Hey everybody. Well, this freaking weekend we got our second to last game against North Carolina, of course, who is freaking only got one loss on the year up to this point against Notre Dame. And well, they're not exactly they might be the weakest one-loss team in the country. I'm not besmirching them or anything. I think that they have a real chance of winning the ACC this year. Clemson is looking mighty vulnerable. So UNC is having a really good year. Their quarterback Drake May's insane. Going to give him all the respect that he deserves. He's in the hunt for the Heisman and everything like that. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, which is crazy because he's a freshman, or I guess he's a redshirt freshman. But anyway, got to play them this weekend at Chapel Hill. So it's going to be a rough one. We, of course, had a terrible showing last week against Miami. Got freaking our asses kicked, and it was pretty miserable. I was pretty pissed off, and not ideal. And so I was actually considering going to this game, and not going to be doing that anymore because, well, what's the point? So sure would have been nice to have a little bit of hype. If we had beat Miami like we were supposed to, we could have come into this game looking for hopes to make a bowl game, Well, that's not, looking to be very likely. Of course, our last two games are against North Carolina and Georgia. Georgia being an easy win, obviously. But, if we can't beat North Carolina here, that will pretty much seal any hopes we have for making a bowl game. So, and our quarterback situation is an absolute disaster right now. Okay, we had Jeff Sims go down, and apparently he's still hurt. I don't know. There's a million rumors flying around about what in the hell is going on with Jeff Sims. A lot of people think that he's quit on the team and that he's just biding his time to transfer out. A lot of people, think that his parents have both gone on Twitter saying that he's just hurt. That's why he's not playing, and he's not going to be dressing out for the last two games either. But everybody's pretty much convinced that Jeff Sims is gone after this year. It really sucks. It feels like last year when Jahmyr Gibbs, missed the last game and then transferred afterwards. It just sucks. So really unfortunate about Jeff Sims in that situation. Not stoked on it at all. Really sucks because I've loved Jeff Sims ever since he's been here. I've always thought he's the best quarterback on the team. I still think that. He's developed really well under this, quarterback coach. And I don't know. I guess it's just not enough. And I guess I don't know. I don't know. It looks like he's going to be leaving. So that makes me very sad. I'll be very sad if he left. I really like Jeff Sims. I would like to see him hang around. And, whatever offense we wind up running next year, hopefully this next coach would be able to make good use of him and get, the most out of his talent and everything. And he could take us to a bowl game. I would have really liked to see that happen. He was our first kind of big-time recruit coming off of the option, 4-star quarterback. And it just hasn't really worked out with him. I mean, he's developed this year, in my opinion, pretty well, but I don't know. I guess he's going to, I don't know. Him going down was the start of the end of our season, the Brent Key era, because without him, we're just not very good. Zach Pyron came in last week. He played, pretty good, threw a couple interceptions, which sucks, but he, of course, Zach Pyron, we have a great backup in Zach Pyron. He's a true freshman. He can throw it. He's pretty accurate with it, and he's a beast, and he freaking breaks his clavicle. In the last game. He's out for the year too. So who's going to be playing quarterback, you ask? Well, it's going to be Zach Gibson. Zach Gibson is the worst quarterback ever. I try not to come on here and, get on to players too much, but, dude, really, Zach Gibson's our best option. He's the one we lost against Virginia, thanks to Zach Gibson, because he went 7 straight 3-and-outs. And, came in last week against Miami, unfortunately, and threw a 90-yard pick six. And he's just very, very, very bad. and it drives me insane watching it. Like, I don't even want to watch it. I really don't. This game could get ugly. Our defense plays good in close games, but in games that, where it gets away, like, the defense can't do everything. They're not going to hold the offense of the opposing team to few points if we're coming out and getting 3 and out every time, and that's what it's going to be with Zach Gibson. So, of course, we have the fourth quarterback, Tyson Pumachan, if everybody remembers him from Clemson last year. And he transferred to us. He was a 4-star coming out of high school. Well, apparently he's just the worst thing to ever happen, and he just cannot get the start at all. So he's been fourth string behind Zach Gibson, who has played terribly, and behind Zach Pyron, who's a true freshman. And so my hopes for Pumachan aren't really high, but in my opinion, you can't get much worse than Zach Gibson. You can't do any worse than going 3 and out every drive, can you? Or throwing a 90-yard interception? Is there any lower bar that there's some kind of like problem with like keeping him, on the bench? Like, we can't, like, oh God, if we put Tyson Pumachan, he might throw a freaking interception. Oh no! Like, Zach Gibson's already doing that. He's already going 3 and out. What's the point? And well, apparently Pumachan can't throw, so we'd be seeing a lot of running with him. So I don't know. My guess, I think that we'll probably see Tyson Pumachan Saturday, this Saturday. The game's at 5:30 for some reason. I don't know what's up with that, but my guess is we'll see Pumachan. That's kind of the thing happening with, the quarterback situation right now. But who knows? I don't know. It's a disaster. I mean, Jeff Sims goes down, our season goes on the toilet. Pumachan or Pyron goes down again. Our season goes on the toilet again. And now we got to rely on Pumachan. Can't rely on Zach Gibson. I bet anything that we're going to see Pumachan this year, or this game. So it really depends what he's able to do in his running ability. So I don't know. I will say this, though. Brent Key, this kind of is reminding me of last year. Our quarterback was hurt last year, the last 2 games. We had Notre Dame and Georgia. We lost them a combined 100-0. Listen, that was with Jeff Collins, okay? And the Jeff Collins era, as soon as he was fired, is over. I know that there's still lingering effects, but Brent Key is running the show now, and Brent Key's not a loser. Brent Key is not a loser, and he wants to win more than he wants to breathe. That's his words. So, Brent Key, these last 2 games, it's not like he's cashed it in, realized that he doesn't have the job. He's fighting tooth and nail. He's trying to come up with games that they know that they're undermatched. He's trying to come up with ways to win these games as huge underdogs in both of them. And so, we're going to see. He's going to do whatever it takes to win. And he's not a loser. He's a real football coach, unlike Jeff Collins. He's not just going to lay down and, get beat by who he's supposed to and stuff like that. It's really unfortunate how the Brent Key era has gone with the quarterback being hurt and everything. But that's just the way it is right now. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if Brent Key is kind of able to get, the team rallied and everything and put together a respectable effort for these next 2 games. I've heard that the locker room situation is bad. How could it not be after getting beat that bad by Miami on senior night? So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if Brent Key can salvage anything from this situation. But anyway, I would expect to see a new coach for Georgia Tech announced here, probably after the UGA game, probably after the season's end. I would expect to see that. Wouldn't expect it to be Brent Key. But I'll do a video on the coaching search and updating that for everything. It's just been quiet, so just been quiet on that front. But I'll come out with an update soon enough. But anyway, got UNC this weekend. It'll be a tough one, but hopefully, we don't get our ass kicked too bad. One thing we've done under Brent Key pretty well is play the underdog, right? So a lot of the games we were underdogs, we won. And every game where we were favored, we freaking lost. So we got to learn how to freaking win as favorites. But not going to be favorites in these next 2 games. So, anyway, go Jackets. I'll see you guys the next time.